A new Love Island couple is making waves. Nearly 3 weeks after Pepe Garcia-Gonzalez confirmed that he and Iris Kendall had broken up following the season 7 finale, Iris and TJ have made their relationship official. The two stepped out holding hands at the Luar fashion show during New York Fashion Week on September 15th. They looked giddy together, with Iris sporting a white cropped blazer with matching high-waisted shorts, and TJ wearing a black jacket blazer and dress pants.
Look, we all know reality TV doesn't actually end when the cameras stop rolling. That's when the real mess begins. And the Iris Kendall and TJ Palma situation from Love Island USA Season 7? This is giving me all the strategic romance energy I live for. What I discovered about their post-villa moves had me scrolling through timelines like I was studying for finals, because the coordination is almost too perfect to be coincidental. Before we dive into this absolute tasty cup of tea, smash that subscribe button if you love messy reality TV breakdowns, hit that like button, and please hit that new hype button. It's YouTube's latest way to support creators, and it helps our channel reach more tea lovers like you. Trust me, you'll want to be subscribed for what's coming in this series, because apparently the Love Island USA cast is serving drama like it's their full-time job. Setting the scene requires understanding the psychology at play here. TJ Palma and Iris Kendall developed what appeared to be authentic chemistry in the Love Island villa. The rare kind that makes cynics like me momentarily believe in reality TV romance. Then came the elimination twist that changed everything, and the aftermath, pure strategic brilliance disguised as heartbreak. The most interesting players understand that losing can actually be winning if you play it correctly. What TJ accomplished post-elimination while maintaining public dignity. That's masterclass level relationship strategy that most people twice his age couldn't execute. The elimination vote presented Iris with a choice that would define her entire trajectory. Support TJ and risk her own villa future, or play strategically for the finale. Through visible tears, she chose loyalty over strategy, a decision that would prove more significant than anyone realized at the time. What followed was textbook adaptation. Iris coupled with Pepe Garcia-Gonzalez, and their connection carried them to 4th place. Impressive for a pairing born from circumstance rather than initial attraction. But the private conversation between Iris and TJ before his departure contains the real insight into what was actually brewing beneath the surface.
I'm really gonna miss you. You've made my experience here so much better than I ever could have thought it would be. Every morning I was excited to see you, and going to bed with you is amazing. Like, everything that we did together in the short amount of time that we had together was truly amazing, and I'm not gonna forget you, so don't worry.
But wait until you hear what TJ allegedly told her during that private goodbye. It completely changes how you view everything that happened after. The sentiment he supposedly expressed about not wanting to force anyone to do anything, that's going to matter more than you realize when we get to the current situation. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think TJ was playing the long game from the moment he got eliminated? Or was this reunion genuinely unexpected for everyone involved? The LAX landing created the perfect storm of opportunity and timing. Multiple sources confirmed that Iris didn't head home for the typical post-finale decompression. Get this though. TMZ reported that Iris's friends literally dropped her off at TJ's rental property. And we're talking about this happening basically as soon as she touched down on American soil. The man came out to meet her on the street, and they had what witnesses described as a 2-hour conversation that ended with them going inside together. 2 hours, people, that's not a casual catch-up chat. But here's what's really wild about this timing. Pepe apparently didn't even come to Los Angeles with the other finalists. He went straight home to Orange County to see his parents and his dog, which honestly opened the door for exactly what happened next. Coincidence? I'm thinking probably not. Now, here's where I need your theories in the comments. Was this reunion planned? Or did Iris make a spontaneous decision to prioritize closure with TJ over celebrating her Love Island finale placement? Because the optics of this are absolutely fascinating.
So TJ and we obviously left off at it was very hard for me to express to him how I felt with having microphones on and everything that was going on. So I knew the whole time that I was there, I need to have that conversation with him as soon as I get out. And so that's what it was. It was me just having a conversation, explaining everything that I felt, everything that I feel, and just having that closure conversation with him. And, he's such a great guy, and he's so kind and very mature. And I have nothing but love and respect for him, and we're friends, that's, yeah. I'm glad that I was able to breathe and have that conversation with him. It was really it felt good.
Pepe, did you know she was going to have that conversation?
Yeah. Yeah, we spoke about it before, and she spoke to me about we should definitely have those conversations with our respected previous partners in the villa, and she's 100% correct. I think everybody deserves that closure, and we all went through this crazy experience that there's no reason we shouldn't be friends outside of this. That it was, yeah, she told me about it, and she told me she was holding a lot on her chest and she just needed to let it out. She wanted to make sure that TJ knew and that she didn't just move on from him like this. Like, it was something that it took some time. And
but that July meetup was just the beginning of what appears to be a carefully orchestrated series of strategic public appearances. And what I discovered about their subsequent sightings will make you question whether any of this was actually spontaneous. The Love Island USA Season 7 reunion aired on August 25th, and by all accounts, things seemed fine between Iris and Pepe during filming. TJ even reportedly said he was happy for their relationship.
Felt like you got closure from it?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm happy for them, and it's something we both needed to do for both of us to move on. So it is what it is, and the time in the villa was great, but things moved forward.
Which honestly sounds like something you say when you're being diplomatic for the cameras. But apparently the real drama was happening behind the scenes, because shortly after the reunion aired, everything started unraveling. Here's what's absolutely bonkers. Fans started noticing that Iris and Pepe had unfollowed each other on Instagram, which in 2025 is basically the equivalent of changing your relationship status to "it's complicated," but with more public humiliation. The speculation went wild, and then the cheating rumors started flying, though Pepe has consistently denied those allegations. But get this, while everyone was focused on the Iris and Pepe drama, TJ was apparently playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. The man had been consistently posting about Iris on social media, and I'm talking about the kind of posts that make it very clear he hadn't moved on. Some people called it pining. I call it strategic positioning. Let me know in the comments. Do you think TJ was waiting for Iris and Pepe to implode, or was he genuinely just processing his feelings publicly like the rest of us Gen Z disasters? But here's where the plot thickens, and trust me, this is where the story gets absolutely unhinged. On August 28th, just days after the reunion aired, Pepe confirmed to TMZ that he and Iris had broken up.
her and we're not together anymore, and yeah, that's just the way it goes. It's a tough thing when there's a lot of eyes on you 24/7, and it's just stressful,
So could I ask, is there any sort of truth to what people are saying online, or? Don't know.
No, there isn't. But
there isn't?
It's like I said, I don't care what people think.
That's good.
I care what my friends and family think, and that's, to me, all that I care about.
His quote was honestly pretty mature, but the timing? Suspicious as heck. Iris followed up with her own statement to E! News, and I have to give her credit for the diplomatic approach.
Iris tells E! News exclusively, "I had hoped to keep this private, but I'm so grateful for all of the love and support I've received since leaving the villa, and I wanted to share an update. The connection that I formed has ended, and while it isn't how I would have imagined, I will always value the unique experience that we shared." She adds, "It's been a difficult transition, but I'm moving forward with hope, gratitude, and positivity for the future. Thank you for continuing to stand by me. Your support means more than I can ever express."
Very classy, very mature, very "I'm not going to drag anyone through the mud publicly" energy. But here's what's really interesting about her statement. She mentioned that it had been a difficult transition, but she was moving forward with hope, gratitude, and positivity for the future. Now, that could just be standard breakup PR speak, or it could be hinting that she already knew what that future looked like. Because apparently, while she was crafting that diplomatic breakup statement, TJ was already making moves. The revelation I'm about to share about what was happening during this supposedly difficult transition period will have you convinced that timing in reality TV relationships is everything. And here's where it gets absolutely wild. Remember how I mentioned that fans thought they spotted clues about a potential Iris and TJ reunion? Well, it turns out those internet detectives might have been onto something much bigger than anyone realized. Comment your predictions below. Do you think Iris knew she wanted to reconnect with TJ before she officially ended things with Pepe? Or was this truly a rebound situation that happened to work out perfectly? September began with whispers, and trust me, when Dumois gets involved, you know the tea is about to be scalding. An anonymous tipster submitted what they claimed was proof that Iris and TJ were together in Tampa, and apparently they had video evidence of the two of them at a Whole Foods. Now, grocery store sightings might not sound particularly romantic, but when you're talking about reality TV stars who are supposed to be living in different cities, a casual Whole Foods run together starts to look a lot more significant. But here's what's really wild. That wasn't even the most compelling evidence. TJ apparently posted a Snapchat story during a Disney World trip that showed a woman's hand holding a partially eaten pickle, and the internet went full forensic analyst on those fingernails.
TJ got his girl back. TJ got his girl back. Okay, here's the proof. This is Iris. Put at least look at the nails. This is right now. You can go to TJ's Snapchat right now. This is still up. It's about this GMO ass pickle. Boy, we don't care about that pickle. We look at the nail set. See? Yeah. At Disney World having a ball.
Fans were comparing the manicure to Iris's recent French nail set. And honestly, the dedication of Love Island fans to investigating nail art as relationship evidence is both impressive and slightly concerning. Now, some people weren't buying the nail theory, pointing out differences in nail length and shape. But here's the thing. The fact that people were analyzing fingernails in Snapchat stories means the speculation had reached a fever pitch that demanded some kind of resolution. Tell me in the comments, are we living in a world where nail art has become legitimate evidence for relationship rumors? Or have we all collectively lost our minds? Because honestly, both options seem equally plausible at this point. But September 15th changed everything. And what happened at New York Fashion Week basically confirmed what everyone had been suspecting. Iris and TJ showed up together at the Luar fashion show. And we're talking about coordinated outfits, hand-holding, and the kind of public appearance that screams, we're done being subtle. Iris looked absolutely stunning in an all-white ensemble, with a shoulder pad blazer and tiny shorts that showed off her Love Island tan, while TJ complimented her perfectly in an all-black suit. The coordination alone was giving major couple energy, but it was their body language that really sold the narrative. And then came the Instagram post that basically served as their official relationship announcement. Iris shared photos of them together with just one caption, a heart-sealed envelope emoji. Subtle? Absolutely not. Effective? Completely. But wait until you hear how their fellow Love Island castmates reacted to this news. Their comment section became a whole celebration that tells us everything we need to know about how this reunion is being received by the people who actually know them. The comment section under Iris's New York Fashion Week post was honestly more entertaining than most reality TV episodes. Fellow Love Island winner Amaya Espinal dropped what might be the most telling response of all. She called Iris and TJ her kids' future godparents, which suggests that not only are people supporting this reunion, but they're already envisioning a long-term future for these two. Hannah Fields, who coincidentally also had a connection with Pepe during the season, commented, "Been waiting for this one." And the enthusiasm in that all-caps response tells you everything you need to know about how the cast really felt about this pairing. But it's the fan reactions that really drove home how much people had been rooting for this reunion. Comments like, "So happy you guys got back together, was always rooting for you." And "I have yet to see this man stop smiling since he got her back," suggests that TJ's post-elimination social media activity had made his feelings pretty obvious to anyone paying attention. And then there was the comment that honestly made me laugh out loud. Someone wrote, "Oh, Pepe was ended on multiple levels," which is probably not inaccurate given how quickly Iris moved from her post-breakup statement to full relationship reveal mode. Let me know below. Do you think the cast knew this reunion was inevitable? Or were they as surprised as the rest of us when Iris and TJ went from secret grocery store sightings to New York Fashion Week? But here's what I find absolutely fascinating about this entire timeline: the strategic precision of how this relationship revelation unfolded. Think about it. Iris and TJ had their initial post-finale meetup in July, maintained whatever connection they had through Iris's relationship with Pepe, waited for the appropriate post-breakup period, and then hard-launched their reunion at one of the most photographed events in fashion. That's not accidental, people. That's calculated relationship management with perfect timing and maximum impact. And honestly, I have to respect the execution. Now here's where the story gets even more complex, because this isn't just about two people reconnecting after a reality show. This is about the nature of Love Island connections, and whether the relationships that form under pressure can actually survive in the real world. TJ and Iris had what appeared to be a genuine connection in the villa before his elimination forced them apart. Iris then formed another connection with Pepe that lasted through the finale and into the real world, but ultimately couldn't survive the transition from Fiji to reality. But what's really interesting is that TJ apparently never stopped believing in what he and Iris had built, even after watching her couple up with someone else and make it to the finale. The consistency of his social media activity and his apparent willingness to wait for her to figure out her other relationship suggests a level of patience and confidence that's honestly pretty impressive. Drop your hot takes below. Do you think TJ's patience was romantic dedication or strategic calculation? Because honestly, both interpretations make this story equally fascinating. What I love about this entire situation is how it challenges our assumptions about Love Island relationships and timing. Usually we expect these connections to either work immediately or not at all. But Iris and TJ are apparently proving that sometimes the right person with the wrong timing can become the right person with the right timing if you're willing to wait. The fact that they're both 25 and 23 respectively means they're young enough to be figuring out what they want, but old enough to make strategic decisions about their relationships. And everything about their reunion suggests they approach this with intention rather than just falling back into old patterns. But here's what I'm really curious about. What happens next? Because going from secret grocery store meetings to New York Fashion Week appearances is a pretty significant escalation. And now everyone's watching to see whether this reunion can actually go the distance. Their fellow castmates are clearly supportive, the fans are absolutely living for this development, and both Iris and TJ seem genuinely happy in their recent public appearances. But Love Island connections have a notoriously mixed success rate in the real world, and adding the complexity of their specific history makes this reunion either a beautiful love story or a perfectly timed rebound situation that might implode spectacularly. Tell me what you think in the comments. Are Iris and TJ the Love Island success story we've all been waiting for? Or are we watching two people confuse unfinished business with actual compatibility? Because here's the thing that nobody wants to talk about. Sometimes the connections that feel the most intense on reality TV are actually the ones that couldn't survive the full villa experience. And there might be a reason TJ got eliminated before their relationship could be properly tested. But then again, maybe getting eliminated was exactly what allowed their connection to remain idealized and untested until they were both ready to explore it without the pressure of cameras and competition. The timing of their reunion, after Iris had fully explored her other options and TJ had time to process his elimination, might actually be perfect for building something sustainable. What I find most compelling about this story is how it demonstrates that Love Island isn't just about finding love on the show. It's about the connections that form and how they evolve once everyone returns to reality. Iris and TJ's reunion proves that sometimes the most important relationships aren't the ones that win the show, but the ones that survive everything that comes after. And honestly, seeing them together at New York Fashion Week, coordinated and confident and clearly happy, makes me think that maybe this time, the timing is finally right for whatever they were trying to build in that villa. The comment section is about to be absolutely wild with reactions to this reunion, so drop all your thoughts below. Are you Team Iris and TJ forever, or do you think this is just really good timing disguised as a love story? Because honestly, after following this entire saga from elimination to reunion, I'm genuinely invested in seeing how this plays out. Let me know what you want to see covered next, because apparently the Love Island USA Season 7 cast is determined to keep us entertained with post-show drama. And I am absolutely here for every single minute of it. Spilling the tea one drop at a time, and this particular tea just got a whole lot more interesting.